Hi, this is Sophie and Drew. Again, I welcome you to our class 3750 for Admin 3750 or COIS, and we're online marketing principles. So I happen to be creating this lecture from my home office, and I have two very large Belgian shepherds, well, not very large, but two large Belgian shepherds who might want to chime in from time to time. And so that's who you'll hear. It's not me changing my voice. Anyways, who am I? As you know, I'm the owner of my own company, Sophie and Drew Associates. I'm also the founder of a new BizMap BTBO TV series that's about to launch shortly, January 10th. Again, I encourage you to come out to the venue on January 10th on Tuesday if you're around at between 3 and 6. We'll be launching it at 5. Love to meet you. And a whole host of other things. So enough about me. If you want to find out more about me, you can always go to my website, and there's a bunch of information on there as to what I do for a living, as well as about myself, which is over here. And in case you want to see the kind of stuff I'm up to from time to time, that would be awesome. There's my puppy. I've done 11 half marathons so far. I love hanging out with my dogs, and most of the time I'm lecturing or working with people. And I'm kind of a workaholic, so that's who I am. And there's my puppy! Anyways, so I've traveled through Mexico with my puppy and my husband, and we've camped on beaches, and the horses, and yeah, so I love my favorite place is just being out in the VW bus with my husband and my dogs. Anyways, and that's about it. Okay, let me get rid of this and get back to our lecture. So where are these going to show up for you? Or all our lectures are going to be right here. I'm just adding this one right now to the opening lecture. I'll probably add it down here. Yeah, that's where I'll add it. Okay, there you go. So let's get this show on the road. This is one of my all-time favorite little videos. It talks about why social media is so important and why we're even having this class. It doesn't really talk about why we're having this class, but it's the concept. So what you want to do is take a look at this, because the sound is off right now because you can't hear it as well as me. But basically, I think it's very important. I'd like you to understand it and learn it, if you want to call it that, kind of memorize it for the midterm as far as the key points. And if I just continue here and get to the key points in a moment. But it's pretty interesting that, have you guys ever looked at stamp? It's interesting. But the largest population in the world, these are countries, and this is Facebook. It's just so large, and now coming up is, of course, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram is higher than LinkedIn or Twitter, which is kind of cool. And YouTube, we all live on YouTube to understand how to do whatever it is we need to do. So more people are on those than live in certain countries. And it's kind of funny. I'm not a millennial. I think I'm a lot older than a millennial, but I certainly would rather lose my sense of smell than my cell phone. I would go nuts if I lost my cell phone. Social media, the relationships. That's where we build many of our relationships. The ROI of social media is if you are on social media, likely you'll still be in business in 5 years. If you're not, you might not. And this is kind of interesting. This has increased. 93% of buying decisions are influenced by social media, whereas I think in the book it's probably 89%. So even within 6 months, it's increased. So I'm not surprised. Are you? No. So a lot of things change. Even the book's 6 months old, it changes. Kind of cool. What happens in Vegas stays on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those sorts of things. So what else do I want you to know from this? Oh yeah, that's a big thing. By 2018, video will account for more than 2/3 of mobile usage. Not just mobile usage, video is so important, and part of what we do in that second textbook is the importance of video. And video, if you have a website and you're showing stills of anything, they'll all be replaced by video. So people really need to understand how to hang out on video, how to create the videos painlessly, and it's something that we can all help each other do. I wish I could do that. That'd be awesome. I meant the surfing. And oh yeah, I love this. Our attention span as humans is less than goldfish. I don't know how in the heck do they measure it, but they're saying goldfish have attention spans of 8 seconds, whereas we humans have attention spans of 7 seconds. So if you don't get someone's attention right away, it's gone. They're not going to pay attention to your digital message. And that's what this is all about, how to get attention. How do you create a social solution that's actually going to catch attention quickly? Because if it doesn't catch attention quickly, you've kind of lost it. So it's kind of cool. What else do I want you to know in here? Let's see. People who own rather have a mobile device than a toothbrush. Not sure about that. 1 in 3 marriages started online. Probably won't test you on that, but that's interesting. And I think it talks about divorces too. But oh, that's cool to know that the fastest growing demographic on Twitter are grandparents. Who knew? Seniors rock. I didn't. So that's cool. That's good to know as well. On LinkedIn, every second 2 people join LinkedIn. So these platforms just keep on growing. And this is why I do believe strongly that you guys need to participate on LinkedIn with a professional avatar, not just some strange avatar. And you want to start creating your personal brand. Be the person you want to be when you graduate. Get people to notice you on LinkedIn. And now is the opportunity, if you haven't already, to do that through this class. So if we post something that you think is interesting, share it from our business page to your own personal brand, your own personal profile page, and start getting your own personal brand on LinkedIn. It's a good opportunity. Get yourself known. So LinkedIn's lowered its age requirement. Many of these platforms used to be a minimum. Yeah, they're about to let you know. The word, I love this. It's not a word of mouth, it's world of mouth. And it's so true. You know, you have something online that somebody shares, it's going out to their world and their world. We're going to talk about that. It's target audience and communities. Who is your target world? Who's your target audience? So that's a little bit of a video, and fellow that I'm quite I follow his stuff, social economics, equal man, so he's pretty cool. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. Let's get back to our little PowerPoint. So the first opening chapter of the textbook talks about this transmedia digital revolution. It's not something I made up. Transmedia I've seen elsewhere, digital revolution we've seen elsewhere. I've kind of put it together, transmedia, digital revolution. And these are the, this is why we are where we are. So this you need to understand. This is why we are where we are. Like there's a bunch of technologies, and our intelligence, not our intelligence, but our ability to use the technology and the cost of technology is all aligned to allow for what we're experiencing. So meaning bandwidth. I mean, the bandwidth is huge now. It used to be, when I started working at Bell Canada, it was analog 2.4. I mean, you could not do anything on analog 2.4. It was ridiculously slow. Oh my God. I don't know how I ever survived being as ADD and multitasking as I am. So I probably had a much cleaner house back then. Geolocation technology, there's a lot of different things that we can do now. Oh yeah, reminds me, I wanted to create a geo fence for our launch on Tuesday. I better do that. So geolocation technology allows you to do things that we could never do before. You know, I could create a skin on Snapchat, a filter rather on Snapchat, and have people walking by be part of a skin that I created for $4. Oh my God, that's insane. So, I mean, there's just so much you can do with geolocation technology that we would have been able to do before. And there's a video that I have on the list of videos on YouTube that's part of this class that talks about you're going skiing and you've got an RFI radio frequency technology chip in the little pass they give you for skiing so that you can get on the chairlifts. The chairlifts read it, they know that yeah, you've paid, lets you go up. Then there's photos that are taken of you, and because it's reading your RFI technology, your radio frequency little chip on your pass, It knows that, yeah, I've asked that the pictures be taken of me and sent to my Facebook, and I can see where my friends are, what lifts they're on, and I can see what I can see the speed that they've completed different ski hills on. So it's just awesome. I mean, it's just radio frequency, RFID tags, working hand in hand with geolocation technology. It's just outstanding when it comes to kind of digital solutions, the kind of digital solutions that have to do with marketing. This course is all about marketing, so I'm not asking you to create a digital solution that's going to solve their human resource issues. I'm asking you to create a digital solution that's going to solve their marketing issues, and think of these things that you can pull together to help create marketing solutions for them. It's not all social media based, it could be many other things. So social commerce, obviously, so you're online and I buy something and you see that I've bought it. Now you're more likely to buy it because 98% of millennials are more likely to buy something if their friends bought it versus if just the brand is telling you to buy it. So that's huge. Smartphones are smartphones. Where is mine, by the way? I don't know. Anyways, oh, here it is. Smartphones are so fast, and they can do so much more than they used to be able to do. We can do everything from our smartphones. So all of that, the bandwidth, the technology, the ability to trust purchasing things online, that's come a long way. Years ago when I first started teaching this stuff, or when I first started working with companies, everyone was frightened of putting anything in commerce online. Online databases, as far as knowing where people are, knowing what they like, and having these databases understand who you are when you come to a website is huge. Measurement and management tools. I believe that if we didn't have the management tools and measurement tools, we probably wouldn't be using it as much for business, because people wouldn't know when they were being successful. So you know when you have more likes, you know when you're getting traffic to your location because of the social media activity that you've done. So because you can measure it, you know that the return on investment, the social digital marketing solution that you're implementing is actually creating a benefit to the company, and that's what we're going to be talking. Manage in a way that you couldn't before, and it's really become a business tool. Search engines utilize all of these technologies as well, whether it's the database, understanding what you've searched for before and giving you search terms that are more applicable, or the management tools that allow you to understand how effective has your search engine results have been using something like Google Analytics and understanding what's going on through search engines, if they're finding your website or not. So there's many aspects to measuring the effectiveness of the digital marketing solutions that you put in place. Solutions like contests, solutions like geoframing around your retail store to grab new business. And is it really working? Are you grabbing new business? If you're spending effort and time, is it resulting in new business through the marketing efforts? Streaming stable social media platforms, they weren't stable before, let me tell you. So now they are stable, and that's caused a big difference in the ability to use it for business. Streaming video, it's another thing that has become real video. If you want to be transparent in your streaming video, that's an effective way to share your knowledge and show that you are authentic. You're not some sort of fly-by-night company. So streaming video is taking a life of its own. And then the ability to create new software and apps using all of the technology above. It's really our imagination is the only limitation in this new world of ours. This is a great little slide. It talks about what happens online every 60 seconds. And this is why we actually are digital marketing professionals, is to help businesses understand how to stand out with all of this noise that's going on online. How can they stand out knowing that there's 3.3 million posts online every minute, knowing that there's 422,000 tweets every minute? How do you get your message heard? And that's what your digital marketing solution is going to help these the case study that you choose for your second and third assignment. Your digital marketing solution is going to help them stand out, because you're going to come up with something clever for them that'll get them seen and heard. So that's what it's all about. And then you're going to, this next slide is a pretty cool one. You want to take a look at it. This basically is the essence of the Transmedia digital tipping point. This is enabled because of all of the technologies, the bandwidth, geolocation, RFID, everything working together. This is that epic mix I talked about. It's really very cool. It's, you know, it's the ski hill where people, it understands that you're going up this run. It understands that you're coming down this run. It sees how fast you've gone. It tracks all of your stats. It shares it with your friends. It's really quite awesome. So, and all of this is a high-end technology, and the essence here is it attracts, you know, people that are more interested in skiing over the next hill that may not have all of this technology. So it attracts a certain type of skier. Now this is quite interesting. Ever since we have been introduced to social media, the word is emphasis on social. Because it's social, the selling paradigm has changed. Selling paradigm used to be that there was a word of mouth, paid advertising. You would see advertising and you would see it on the social media, you would see it in newspapers, and then from there you might take action. You might go to a website, you might call someone, so you might get an email that you reply to, and then you might commit to purchasing. Now what happens, it's not just one way. It actually is, the fact that happens is a friend of yours buys it, whatever it is, and now you see it versus the brand seeing the advertisement from the product. You're seeing what your friends are doing, and that's causing you to be interested in the product. So the paradigm shift has gone from the brand being the only way you find out about the product and deciding if you're going to purchase it, to you seeing your friends buying this product. You see it and then you decide if you're going to buy it or not. So the whole concept of our old way of buying products, our old way of getting the client or getting your consumers to know about the product has shifted. What's called a paradigm shift, that the people who are purchasing your product have become your largest salespeople. So there's a chapter in the book about this that you want to be familiar with as well. So I think I mentioned this already in our opening. Yes, I did. I had a opening lecture that I just did 2 days ago for you. It's on the blackboard, so take a look at it in more detail. It's showing you who you need to call if there's any issues, any technical issues, who you want to call for learning. You call the learning system at trentu.ca. If there's any issues with regards to your course, you're not sure if you're registered properly, you end up calling your COIS at TrentU, and that's Bonnie. Class participation, we talked about this also in that lecture, the first lecture. You should have by now started your LinkedIn profile. Use your current LinkedIn profile if you have one, and expand your digital identity. That'll be stronger for you when you're looking for a job, the fact that you're engaging with a digital marketing conversation. And same with Twitter. Expand your digital presence and your digital footprint by being involved with this class. And look at the actual other presentation that I talked about, class participation. You want to respond to the tweets within a timely fashion, within a couple of days, and we'll do at least 3 tweet questions a week. I'm not looking you to respond in 2 weeks. I'm looking you to respond within at least 2 days. Anything that's responded to that's not timely won't count towards your class participation. LinkedIn, it's okay if you comment to the LinkedIn and answer the LinkedIn questions within a week. And LinkedIn, I'll only post 1 question a week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll get you familiar with those platforms. You'll be able to see firsthand what businesses are dealing with in trying to understand how to leverage these platforms. So that's why we're participating. So I already went through this assignment 1 and assignment 2 and assignment 3, and our friend Thomas Hughes, who is the class workshop leader has also created a PDF that shows you how indeed to be successful in this class. So I hope that the main essence of this opening lecture was your transmedia digital revolution. You're going to want to know what these points are for the actual midterm and the final exam. You're going to want to know the difference between the traditional sales funnel and the current one due to our social selling and our social buying habits. Okay, take care, and that's it for this lecture.